Well, here we are, folks. We are live. It is the 13th of March, 2022. This is the Cruise Amigos, or as you can see at the moment, it's Cruise Amigo. I talked to Chillie. He is on board ship, and we are expecting him to pop back in here at any time. He was switching from his cell phone to his computer. Talked to Martin a little while ago. Martin is just there, ready to come in. So let's get him in on the stream now. Oh, and he's got his sailor cap on. He's ready to go.
Hello.
Hello.
Are we live? Are we live?
Oh, we're live. Yeah. You're late as usual, but that's okay. It's our holiday.
You know, it's a good job. It's a good job I didn't swear or say something bad, wasn't it, John?
Oh, yes.
Let's see if my earpiece will work. Hang on. Let's just see.
And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5.
Hang on. Don't go too far. Hang on. Is it going to pick up? No,
and a 6.
It's not picking up my pods. It's not picking up pods. It's not a problem. I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear. Not like last week.
Loud and clear. Where were you last week? We couldn't hear you, though. Tell us the story, please.
Oh no, we nipped. We thought we'd just nip on and have a little look at a little boat that was being set up and getting ready for sailing. So we went on the beautiful. No, sorry, we had this last week. It's not beautiful. It's fabulous. The fabulous Valiant Lady, and it was amazing, John. It was really nice, considering it was a little shakedown. You know, to give the staff a little chance to experience what's going to happen when customers get on board. So when customers get on, they don't see the little niggly bits that needed sorting out. It was great. I couldn't fault it. Couldn't fault it in any way, shape, or form. So it was absolutely fantastic. But that was the Valiant Lady. We went to Bruges, the beautiful city of Bruges, which if you've never been, please do go. Bruges, which is in Belgium, from the beautiful port of Zeebrugge. I thought it was called Zeebrugge originally, but it's now Zeebrugge.
Bruges. I love the word Bruges.
Bruges. It sounds very posh, doesn't it?
It does.
So it's quite nice. So, and yeah, we had a great time. We just chanced around, had a little jolly, and experienced all the rest. Well, not all the restaurants, because there's 20 of them on board. We're only on for 3 days. But we experienced, what did we do differently? We did Pinka Agave, the Mexican street food restaurant. So the jury's out on that one, if I'm honest. The starters were amazing. Loved them, but I don't think we had the best first main course. So we were told the pork cheek was there. Pork cheek, I think it was better. So we might have to try that on another point. Again. Just to make sure, but it was good. But and then what else did we do? We did everything. We did. There is. I don't know whether I can share this or not, or whether I should share it, because I know you guys do like a laugh sometimes. Have we got it on here? Oh yes. Let's just see. So they have. Are you ready for this? Now, John, please don't fall off your chair. I'm going to share my screen. Let me just see if it will work. Screen 2. Just get it up for a moment. I don't know how long. Let me just see how long this video is first.
I'm giving you the whole screen, so.
Entire screen.
Hey, Nikki. Hey, Sonny. Jack. Good to see you all.
Right, it's only 50 seconds long. Let's just pause it there for.
But it's a 5-minute wrap up here, some ramp up. So.
Oh, it is. Now, if anybody knows me, John, I've just started to share it. I'll let you pop it up. If anybody knows me personally, they will know. Let's just see. Can we get a bit bigger? Let's just have a look. Here we go. Right. Are you ready for this, guys? I'll leave you. We are ready. It's a show called Never Sleep Alone. And this is Dr. Anya, and this is me live on stage.
On your knees, darling. Unwrap the never put down.
Oh, John. Oh, John. I'm probably going to end it there. I think it's just like this is the show, you know. So let's just unshare that for a moment. So, John, I don't know what to say.
So, am I correct in assuming that you were eating her watermelon?
I was eating her watermelon, and she ate my banana.
Okay.
So I don't know who that woman is. I'll probably never meet her again in my life.
Sure.
And it was a brilliant night. It was hilarious. It was, you know, it was one of those shows that when we were on last time, it was like, don't know whether I'm gonna like this. I'm not gonna go to it. It's not me. Did it this time, and I'll highly recommend it. It's so entertaining. It's brilliant. You know, what Virgin have done with that is fantastic. But that, yeah, a bit of audience participation. I'm very shy, as you know, so it took a lot of persuading for me to be taken up.
Would it be safe to say that's as close to a girlfriend as you've ever been in your life?
For a very, 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 very long time, yes. Probably about 16, 17 years old, yes. So a long time ago. But that's what, 30 years or so? So, here we go.
All right, are you turkeys talking bad about me?
No, we haven't even got to you yet. We're still watching Martin eat a lady's watermelon on his last cruise.
Well, should we give
Yeah,
Chillie
stick your head in here. Look what I got with me.
We need to do it. We need to. Right. Let's have a look. Hi, hello. Who's that?
I got it.
Mine's a gin and tonic with a slice of lime, please.
There we go.
Oh, Martin, you got to get in the middle of your screen now.
Oh, hang on.
Let me get rid of that.
Going here. That's better. Yeah, so my gin and tonic with lime, if you're there, Chillie. So, well, listen, you've got to see this. Should we do it again, John? We need
No, I don't think
I'm having a lot of trouble hearing you guys at all.
What? Hello. We are talking.
Did I freeze or did you freeze?
No, we are
Martin
perfect.
froze.
The signal doesn't look brilliant, does it? It's the problem when you try and come live through a ship. I mean, last week I just rabbled on about anything. Maybe we get Chillie to just rabble. Come on, Chillie, tell us what you're doing.
Give us a story, Chillie. Tell us where you are, what you're doing.
Can you hear us?
Well, he's just having too much fun. Hello.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of negativity today, don't you think, Martin? He's bringing a lot of negativity with him.
We just can't get a word in edgeways, can we?
Yeah.
While he's doing that, have we got any comments or who have we got with us?
Yeah, but not, they're downstairs.
Bye. See ya. Bye. There he goes. Yes, we got Sonny today. We got Travels with Lizzie Lou. We got Nikki, of course. And, you know, Chillie and Nikki's husband, Roger, they noshed together yesterday in Jacksonville, Florida.
You better be very careful what you say with that word in England because it means something totally different.
Noshing?
Yeah.
Oh,
don't go there, John.
Noshing to me is eating. It's having lunch. No,
there's another word. There's another meaning in the English Urban Dictionary for that. So be very careful.
Let me tell you a story about that. When I was a kid and I was a farm director at a big regional radio station, there was I was doing a news report about some virgin soil. Funny, virgin cruises, virgin soil. And I was doing, the guy, the regular radio announcer, knew nothing about farming, countryside, agriculture, nothing. And so I'm doing this serious piece about a couple acres that had never been plowed. Plowing is, of course, where you turn the soil over and prepare it for the next season's crops.
Yeah.
And he keeps going, well, I've never been plowed. And he's going on and on about this until I was so aggravated, and being a new young guy, I said, no, but you're about to get, now I can't think of the word, but what I meant was that I was going, I was going to, like punch him. I can't remember what I said. Yeah, I've never been. Anyway, I literally almost got fired for it. The John Deere dealership pulled thousands of dollars worth of advertising off the air.
Jeez.
And everything. And it was just a quick response, just like you're saying, noshing, it was just well, I've never been plowed. And what did I can't remember the word I said. No, but you're about to get.
Was it drilled? Was he drilled?
Drilled. Thank you. That was the word, drill. See, because drilled to me means punching someone in the face. And I was just furious because I really had worked on this piece. And this guy was just completely, apparently, like nosh, drilled has a different meaning to some people.
Oh, if you ever want a real good laugh, and have a look at some of the words in the Urban Dictionary and what they mean.
Yeah. It's amazing how they're twisted around and but that's funny how you pull that one out. That yes, but anyway, my line was no, but you're about to get drilled, and big trouble. Well,
Chillie was money for that, John.
Chillie was there, and I was going to bring him on, and now he's gone black again. So
I think he's just put. I need to work on Wi-Fi. I think on the comments section.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I need to work on. Okay.
So right. I think Chillie put out this week, didn't he, that we were both going to be on a ship. But I think Chillie should hopefully confirm it. I think he's on a ship next Sunday, and I'm back on Valiant Lady
next Sunday.
Well, I'll go on Friday. Well, I'll go down Thursday. Yeah. Go to the naval port of Portsmouth with all those sailors. Ahoy, sailor! Everybody likes a sailor. But yeah, we're down in Portsmouth for the evening, get on Friday. We've got Saturday in Bruges again, leave on Sunday afternoon, and then back into Portsmouth on Monday. So yeah, we're going to try and come live for you. And like we said last week, we didn't want to bring the ship last week because that was their shakedown. So on the one on next weekend, or this weekend coming, is what they call the Mermaiden Voyage.
Oh, mermaiden. Did you just say mermaiden voyage?
Mermaiden voyage. So instead of an inaugural voyage.
Yeah. But what guy in a marketing room somewhere changed the maiden voyage to a mermaiden voyage? That's really funny.
It is good. And you've seen the ships, haven't you? You've seen all the ships, all the ladies on the ships are mermaids. So what they've got planned, I don't know. They always have something special and things like that from a mermaiden voyage. So yeah, we'll see what that brings next week. So we want to bring that to everybody rather than a little shakedown cruise where things could go wrong, like me forgetting my earphones and couldn't hear a damn thing. But that won't happen next week. I bought a microphone. I bought a wireless microphone this week. If it arrives, it should be here by 7:00.
Yippee!
So you'll be able to hear me, and hopefully I'll be able to hear you, and we'll have an amazing party on board Valiant Lady. And it's a special one for me, John, as you know, and I'm going to plug it, but I am a travel agent, so I need to get it out there. So it's Cruise with Martin, and I've got 50 guests coming on board with me. 50
That is
guests.
so neat. Now, are you going to be there with a little clipboard and check them off as they come on, so you got your whole crew?
I'm going to sit here. I'm going to stand there with my hats and check each one as they get on board. Up the ramp to get on the ship. It's like, okay, you're in. Hang on, your name's not on the list. You're not coming in. Stan's going to be the bouncer and go, get off. No, but we just had a call with them all, and they're all really excited about it, and they're really looking forward to it. One of the people, Lizzie Blue, who's in with us, she's coming with us this week, so she's looking forward to a good time. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? That's nearly as bad as noshing and drilling. But no, Lizzie Lou's looking forward to having a great time with us and enjoying the ship and the facilities. And
it's going to be fun.
And then I'll come back, and then I've got about 6 weeks before the next one, which we'll talk about that in a few weeks' time, because that's an amazing ship, that one.
I got to tell you, if I'm 6 weeks between cruises, I wouldn't even unpack my suitcase.
Well, do you know what? We unpacked it when we got back this time, and literally just so we could put it in the washer to put it back in. We haven't
Yeah,
even
that's
put the
it.
suitcases
That's what
away.
yeah. It's
It's
just like,
madness. But hey, listen, we didn't talk about it, John. We didn't. What did we say last week about that spray?
yeah.
Do you remember?
I do. Do you have
It
some?
only bloody well works.
The frizzy, to get the frizzies out, to get
Yeah.
the wrinkles out. Yeah.
It works. I was like, no, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work.
Okay, but did you try putting some on your face?
Rude. Very rude. Have you not seen how gorgeous I look? Have you not seen I've dyed my beard? I only dye my beard when I go on a cruise. Look.
Okay.
So and other times it's white as anything. So I dye my beard, and now I'm going to use the decrease spray. You know, that John says because I need it because I'm getting old. So, but it worked. I couldn't believe how it worked, and I've been cruising for 20, 25 years. Never seen it before in my life. Guys, get a bottle for your cruise. It's amazing. I can't believe it's amazing. It's just you literally smooth it down, let it dry. Bob's your auntie, you know, and there you go. You've got a nice, clean, nice pressure. So I was like, wow.
And it works as good as like hanging it in a shower with the hot water on, steaming it and doing that. It works as good as that.
I've never done that one. I normally get on board if I'm on a week's cruise or a 10-day cruise. I'll get on board, as you said, shove everything into the bag as much as you can, roll it all up. You know, it's a maximum of 5 items. Well, you've got 52 in here. How did that work? You said as much as I could get in. I usually send it off to be done, you know, and we didn't on this. I know it was only 3 days, but we didn't on this. And it was like, literally, you know, let's be honest, in the daytime, you get your t-shirt, you're not bothered, are you? You know, give it a quick shake and things. I was spraying my shirt, giving it a rush down, and it's all neatly pressed. And I was like, wow. So, yeah, for anybody in the UK, get over to a company called B&M Bargains. It's £2.49 a bottle. If you're going on a cruise, it's the best thing you'll ever buy for your cruise. Over in the US, I think it's called Decrease or something.
It's a Febreze product here in the United States, and Febreze is they're big into fragrance and smells and covering up bad smells but they make this wrinkle release also. That's just an amazing thing. And yes, Katie, I know you were there. I have a story about that for later. So Katie was
that we did say we'd bring that, and I would report back on whether it worked or not, and it does. And I'll tell you, I'm out this week getting another one, so to take on. So, but anyway, so that's that. We've covered that. So it's a shame Chillie's not here. Hopefully,
yeah. But I want to show you. It's March today for 13th. It's Saturday, Sunday the 13th. So, you know, we are in, that's why we have green logo here, and, because it's coming up on the 17th and green beer and everything. But, there's Elizabeth. She's with Chillie, and they just can't get a decent signal, and that's really sad because.
Oh, that's a shame.
But anyway, last night, March 12, 2022, this was my door. This was the view out my door.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a right storm, that.
Yeah, I'm going to try and give you the whole screen here if I can. There we go. I got a new computer here and I'm still learning all of here. That was the view outside my main entrance door. Over to the right there is one of our garages with the light on it, you can see, but that was last night. Last night. Can you?
No, see, we're not too bad at the minute, John. We're getting some nice weather. We had a bit of rain, and about a couple of hours ago, it was. The rain was really coming down. I don't have any ceilings in my office. I just got the roof, so you could hear it battering down. But I was thinking, I hope that goes before the show. You wouldn't be able to hear it. So, but no, you're coming out of it though, isn't it? It's the start of spring now.
Yes, this the night before it was 14 below hour zero. And now, starting next Tuesday, it's going to be above freezing every day. So that's the great news, is it's going to move from literally nasty, harsh winter to spring thaw in just over the course of about 3 days. Because, even here, if the sun gets up to about, it'd be -4 your degrees, about 24 degrees us, the snow melts, and here we got Chillie coming in again. Let's see if we can hear him this time.
Hello, Chillie.
Hello, very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is David, your director. For those who just joined us in the last couple of hours, welcome aboard the new the beautiful MSC. Ladies and gentlemen, we're
on board, John.
You're on board, and as you arrive, and perhaps it's your first time on this cruise vessel, if it is, why don't you take this opportunity for you to go ahead and explore the vessel? Further reminder that your rooms are ready for you to start using
Talk
them.
to us, Chillie. Can you hear us? Can you hear us? I don't think he sees us.
Chillie, we can hear the announcement. So
Goodbye.
Great treatment, washes, and thermal areas, gym, and everything. Do so by located on deck 7 forward. We also have.
But I can't hear them at all.
But we hear you. We hear you. Talk to us.
They hear me fine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so you can hear me.
Yes.
That's amazing because I can't hear you.
it's like last Sunday all over again.
Needless to say, I'm on the Meraviglia with Elizabeth on location.
Hi, Liz.
We have gotten together, needless to say. Stick your head in. There's Elizabeth. She says, hey.
Hi, Elizabeth.
I have had an adult, there it is, an adult beverage.
Good on you, Chillie. Good on you,
Or
Chillie.
2, 3, 4.
We're going to have to talk when I get a good signal about MSC's total failure at embarkation today.
No.
I about had 3 heart attacks and 6 strokes.
3 and 6. Okay.
Yes. So this was even worse than the first one in Miami before they changed their policy. So needless to say, I will be talking to the supply spinning again. I will be talking to the ADA compliance officer maybe before the day's over with, because it was awful. So it took so long. That's half the reason.
We lost him again, I think.
We lost him again. Yeah. It's just bye.
I'm sure he'll be back. This is the joys of trying to bring cruises to life to people.
But don't you agree that the internet quality seems to have gone down in the last? I mean, I used to be able to carry a video signal from the Epic all the time. I never had a problem till they improved it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I looked back on, because obviously last week's show, I had a look back on the show, and that seemed okay, the Wi-Fi on there. It didn't really cut out, I thought. Or did it cut out your end? I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
No. But
I understand the problem. I know what they're doing as far as trying to aggregate all of the different streams that are, 1,000 people are generating, and then running it up to the satellite and back down to the ground. It's just not a thing. And so many more people now are on, cell phones and buttons and stuff that it just wipes out the flow. So
yeah, you're right. It's the amount of people, isn't it? I don't think it was ever designed for all of us going on board and streaming to YouTube and StreamYard and all the other things you want to do, Facebook Lives and things like that. It was never made for that. It was made for maybe, a little quick video. Hi, I'm on board. And then you've got like could be like me, Chillie, you, all on one ship. Oh, hi, he's back. There was nothing wrong with that again. I think he went to get another adult beverage, don't you think? Yeah, one of them. He went to get another adult beverage. He's there. He's there. But no, you're right, John. It's not always the best. It's not always the best. And you know, things happen. But when we try and bring it to you, we'll do our best. Is he going to talk? Chillie, we can hear you.
He's not going to talk to us, and then we get so much feedback for some reason. So that's unfortunate.
So anyway, where are we up to?
Well, we want to talk about the fact that, you know, of course, Wonder of the Sea pulled out last week with their inaugural cruise, and this is the biggest boat, the biggest tub, the biggest piece of floating steel that passengers can go on. There are other bigger tanker kind of ships, but this is the thing. One thing they didn't count on was that when they were pulling out of is it Fort Lauderdale they were going out of last week? They created a tsunami. They created a nasty wave on the shore as they went out. Something they apparently didn't plan for. That, you know, and they were rolling out that, you know, you could probably run faster than they were going. I mean, they were just slowly rolling out of the port, but they created a wave over on the ocean on the shore that was way beyond, you know, there's people with homes and hotels and everything, and they only expect a certain amount of, you know, water from cruise ships going by. And this one just came through and went whoosh. So this is going to be a problem that Wonder of the Sea is going to have to, you know, figure out, is how slow do they have to go as they're leaving the port so that they're not creating a wake that, you know, you could have surfed on the sucker. So.
Wow, is that big?
It was, 4 or 5 feet, but, you know, you throw 5 more feet up on those homes that are kind of like flattened down to the water. That's a lot of water, you know? So.
No, you don't need that, do you? Well, you know what? Wonder of the Seas is over in Europe this year, isn't she? So she comes across soon.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where she is right now. Wonder of the Seas location.
I'm sure she comes across. Why do I keep fiddling with this hanging off my neck? I keep playing with it.
She is between Belize and Honduras right now.
Fabulous.
And she is on her way to Roatan, Honduras. So they are just out of there.
Yeah,
so
that's she comes across for May time, I think. So she's doing a transatlantic and comes across. So, but hey, you know, anyway, we were talking before the show, John. Your cruise, have you cancelled all your trips? You're not doing anything now?
No, I'm still holding my transatlantic next fall from Lisbon to New York on the Epic. You know, that's my baby, and separate from everything, that's the last thing that I will let go of. But I did cancel everything. I was leaving on April 26th with a flight to Berlin, a week in Berlin, then picking up some senior citizens that were coming in on a Copenhagen cruise. They're on Celebrity for 2 weeks. And then we were going to do 10 days of a ground tour with them that I was leading. That was going to, you know, go from Copenhagen, Berlin, Nuremberg, Munich, Ulm, Frankfurt, then out to Saarland, which is right on the French border, into Paris for a day, back to Frankfurt, and then home for them. And then I was going to stay another week with my family over there. But because of what's going on, you know, Germany is focused on helping the refugees. We're over 2 million right now. They say it's going to be 5 million refugees coming in. We just didn't feel that it was a time to go and, you know, sort of be a tourist and everything. And we don't know. Germany gets half of its energy from Russia, and you know, we just don't know how that might play out. And so we got Chillie back on in a new location now, and he's shaking his head like this. So I don't know if that's just rattling around in his brain, or is he there to talk to us?
Chillie, can we hear you? Hello, Chillie.
Hello. No, and he's gone again.
He's in and out, like I don't know what, any.
Yeah, it's like
at least he's trying though. At least he's trying. That's amazing.
Yeah, but you remember, I remember back in school when the teachers used to tell me, John, you're very trying. You're a very trying.
I had that as well. Yeah. So what was I going to say? So Chillie's on Meraviglia or whatever. I never know how to pronounce these.
Yeah.
Meraviglia. He's on an MSC ship anyway. I'm trying to get
the big M, the double M. It'd be like M&M's. MSC Meraviglia. So M&M. We'll call it M&M from now on.
Oh, but he'll have a fab. I'm sure he'll have it. Hopefully, we'll get him in at some point. So I'm sure he'll have a fabulous time. But next week we are going to try the double, so that'll be fun. So Chillie, if you when you listen back, or if you are listening, get that Tinternet sorted, because next week is a special one. It's a special one. It's going to be the first time 2 Amigos are going to be live. Until we can do a triple header, we'll have three Amigos live, which will hopefully be we'll do that somewhere. Maybe we can do one. Maybe one of these lovely cruise companies out there might invite us all onto one, and we can all do it. Be sat together rather than being in these 3 little windows. We'd actually be sat on the couch somewhere together, the 3 Amigos together.
Yeah.
Then again, I think that might cause problems, don't you? Me and Chillie on the adult beverages, and John's going, "You bad boys, bad boys." You can have Coke. Coca-Cola. Other colas are available. But no, you can have the Coke and keep me and Chillie in tow, that we don't do anything wrong.
What I'd like to do is get some Mexican Coca-Cola, because the Coca-Cola in the United States now is made with corn sweetener, high fructose corn syrup.
Right.
But Mexican Coca-Cola is made with beet sugar. Which is how it was made for 50 years before America decided to, it's corn sugar is cheaper than beet sugar. But in the stores here, they do have bottles of Mexican Coca-Cola.
Oh.
But they're expensive, of course. It's just like getting Perrier from France. They got to bottle it and ship it and store it. And so it's not as cheap as... Not as cheap as when you go and buy a can of Coke, but
I don't know. I do give up with it. I do give up. Yeah. Do you know what? We're here. We need to get together, John. I'm thinking how we can do it.
I say you put on your mucklucks and your fur coat and you come to Minnesota.
No, hang on, John. I'm not going that far. I want the warmth. You come over this side, or we go to the Caribbean.
Okay. You can get on a Polski ship, a Polski grain ship in Amsterdam, and you can ride it over to New York. And then they go down the St. Lawrence. They go through all 5 of the Great Lakes, and they end up in Duluth, Minnesota. You can actually sail to Minnesota.
Oh, that sounds fun. Do you think they'll let me on? Think we'll let us do, and how many weeks does that take to get there?
It's about 10 or 11 days across the big water, and then it's 10 or 11 days from the opening of the St. Lawrence Seaway all the way through the Great Lake. I'm in the camera. The Great Lakes, and finally Lake Superior, of course, is the biggest of the Great Lakes. And you go literally from one end of it to the other, where it kind of comes together like this. Duluth is right here where my fingernails are. And it's a giant harbor. It's where a lot of the grain from the Midwest leaves there, and it even ends up in China. It goes all the way up the St. Lawrence Seaway, out to the Atlantic Ocean, down to the Panama Canal, through the canal, and over to Asia, believe it or not.
Wow.
And there are ships coming in every day. There's a lift bridge, and I'll show you that sometime. But the lift bridge goes up, and these big ships go underneath it. And of course, they always salute the bridge with 2 shorts and 1 long. That is a salute to the bridge, and the bridge answers. And I'm telling you, the horn on the bridge is about this big around. I mean, it's bigger than you can imagine. So, and I have been on the lift bridge, the office or the control room. It's not your London bridge, the Tower Bridge, the Tower Bridge that you have that, every American thought that your Tower Bridge was the London Bridge. And so when Arizona bought the London Bridge, everybody thought that it was going to be, these 2 big towers and then the lift between them and everything. And of course, what we got was the London Bridge, which was a very low white rock kind of a bridge that's built now in Havasu, I think, Arizona. I have a piece of it, actually. I should get that out. I have a piece of the London Bridge.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do they know you've got a piece of it?
Well, yes, yeah. They didn't need as much, so they sold it off to various people at the Fisher Pen Company. We made them into pen holders.
Okay.
Yeah. No, totally legal. I didn't go and take my piece of the London Bridge.
Just say, don't do that, because if the police come running in your house and take you out now for stealing bricks, it'd just be me, and Chillie keeps popping in now and then. I don't know whether our code.
Yeah. But do you think that I would actually do that? You wouldn't. You think so little of me that I would steal a piece of the London Bridge? I'm aghast. I'm just aghast, Martin.
If you're like me, you'll have many a bit of memorabilia that you shouldn't have.
God, if it was my choice, I'd have the propeller from the Epic. I'd have the propeller from the Jade. I'd have the propeller. I'd take, if I could fit it in my suitcase, I'd have them.
Oh, geez. Can you imagine? Wait, do you know, funny you should say that about, relocating things. I was there ironing my clothes for tomorrow night, this afternoon. Tomorrow day. And I said to Stan, what we need is one of those ironing things that you have on the ship that like blows it up and it's off, done. And he said, can you imagine as you're walking off, with one of them, it's like, Mr. Owens, can you come back? Sorry, I bought it in the shop. I bought it legitimately on board.
No, I brought it on. Didn't you see me carrying it on when I came?
Brought it on in my carry-on. Can you imagine? Jeez, I don't know.
Too crazy.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. So when have we got anybody chatting away? Anybody who wants
Well, so I was just going to go down here and see what's going on. Of course, Jack was the first one on. Greetings from Conroe, Texas, where it's 58 degrees and sunny. Those are two things that I don't even know the meaning of those particular words. Jack, is going to be on the NCL Bliss on the 28th of May. He's doing 7 days from Seattle up to Alaska. And here's what he wanted to share this with all the solo cruisers. He had booked a solo suite, one of the inside cabins just for solos, but he upgraded to the balcony for $75, but the upgrade came with $100 onboard credit.
Quits in.
So he went, he got $25 back net of 25 and went from an inside studio cabin to a balcony. Wow, Jack, you were on. That was a right place, right time kind of a moment. So
they paid you to have an upgrade.
Net. That was the net because it came with $100 onboard credit. So what a deal.
Bargain. Absolutely.
What a deal.
Bargain.
Yeah. Sunny says it's sunshine here in the south, cold, but not. Yeah, she says cold. Cold is like 55 degrees or so, I'm sure. Nikki says, hola, amigos. Hi, Jack and Sunny. It's 54 in Jacksonville, Florida. And that's, of course, where Chillie was yesterday with Nikki, Roger, and Katie also drove up from the Orlando area, and the four of them. And, Chillie got there and realized he said, he was talking to me. He says, I have to tell you about the great mouse debacle. And I'm thinking, oh, God, the hotel I suggested for him had a mouse in it or something, But he had forgotten his mouse back in his home. So Roger knew exactly where Best Buy was. And they popped over there, and Chillie's working with a new mouse now. This kind of a mouse, not that kind of a mouse.
I thought that was going to be the Cruise Amigo number 4.
Yeah. I'm thinking Chillie's got this story about a mouse that climbed into bed with him or something like that. And it's kind of an animal show today anyway. So anyway, but anyway, so that's what happened. Jack is saying hello, John and Martin. Sunny is hilarious, Martin. I like it. Lizzie Lou is giving us thumbs up today. Jack, of course, is saying hi back to Lizzie Lou. And Katie likes you, Martin. She says, Martin, you're always funny. So that's great. So they're talking back and forth. Nikki, of course, joined us too. We didn't get a review, though, from Nikki. Did Chillie eat responsibly, or was he pretending he was on a cruise ship? Oh, and then Mike. I don't know, Mike. Mike Kauser, is it? Kauser? That's a new person to me here, but welcome, Mike. And he was asking, did the crease spray work, Martin? And yes, as we did, it worked on his clothes and
on my face, look.
Elizabeth
Look
there.
for the Cruise Amigos with the crease spray.
The Cruise Amigos.
The Cruise Amigos. Crease or crease.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And Elizabeth is saying, I think it's because we suddenly have 3,000 people on board. And I think that's what it is, Elizabeth. And everybody is trying to do their little shtick. And the pipe is this big. And, there's just, it can hold, let's say 50 video signals or 3,000 people trying to text and stuff. And just like when the teacher, once in college, the teacher asked a really obvious question. And I said, I didn't know the answer. And it was like, John, I've known you now for like almost a year here. You've always done well in class. I can't imagine you wouldn't know that. And I said, well, Mr. Thompson, I'll tell you what. The human brain is capable of receiving and understanding and remembering over 4 billion bits of information. And mine is full. So that just set him down. He could not believe that. He thought that was the funniest thing he had ever heard. Katie cruising tomorrow. Where's Katie going? I didn't know where she was going. Happy sailing, of course. And Jack is now singing The London Bridge is Falling Down. Yes.
It better not be. But we have problems. Do you know there's some great pictures of London Bridge I saw today with all this unfactual information that goes around. And somebody's put a thing about apparently when the Queen comes into London, her yacht stops at London Bridge and they lowered the thing rather than lift it up. And people are believing that they do that.
Okay, so you're talking about the Queen's yacht Britannica.
Yeah.
Which of course she has not owned now for how many years? She gave that up quite a while ago.
Yeah.
And that was I'm sure that was a sad day. I mean, I understand being frugal and everything, but it seems to me that the Queen should have a yacht.
Oh, well, she can just go. She can go on to Virgin Voyages if she wants to go to sea.
Yeah, I'm just seeing here. When did the Britannica? That's right, isn't it? It is the Britannica.
I'm just thinking actually, if the Queen was to go on a cruise, which would you think she'd go on? Now, the obvious one we'd say would be Cunard.
She has to go on Cunard. I mean, it's the flagship line for Britain, and of course, the Queen Mary 2 is the Queen. Is it the QE or the QE2? I'm not. Yeah. Which is the big fancy one that's out?
The QE2, and the new
QE2
one is the Queen Anne, which is coming. So
I mean, there's actually a Queen's suite on board that ship. It's the premier residence on the ship, but no, she would have to do that. And I just don't, that she's left Buckingham Palace for good now. She has taken residence at Windsor Castle, and she said, this is my home for the rest of my life. So she will not be back to Buckingham Palace except for meetings, I suppose, or royal. Can they do royal dinner receptions and stuff at Windsor too, or is that always at Buckingham?
No, they can do things there, but I think she may go back to do things like that there, but it won't ever be her home again. And it's sad really, because she's always lived there, and it's like, but the size of that place, and it's her. The kids have flown the nest and doing their own things, and it's like anything, you have to downsize, don't you?
Well, but I think, she's 95 now, 94, 95. And it's like,
I thought it was 92.
There's some 92. Okay. I don't, but significantly up there. And, I'm sure there's some stress in sort of like having everybody pick everything up and move it to the new place and learning to, I don't know about you, but it takes me a few days to kind of learn to sleep in a new place and get comfortable and everything. So, and I wouldn't doubt they're probably setting up a hospital type situations, because, at her age, we don't know what the future brings. And so I think they just want to kind of have her firmly ensconced in the big English word of the day, ensconced. But the Royal Yacht Britannica, thank you, Mike. It was his name. Yes. But when was it given back? When was the Royal?
Well, I think, we should have a little thing. If the Queen was to go on any other ship apart from Cunard, where do you think she'd enjoy the most?
Well, for my money, it's always the Epic, but I haven't been on all the ships that you've been on. But, to me, the Haven on the Epic is as classy of a place as I can imagine. And you know,
I think,
it's
I
don't
think she'll
know.
be meeting up with you guys in the solo cabins, you know, in down there. She'll have a little solo cabin and she'll be mingling with everybody, you know. Because I think what we see about the Queen, I think that's the front she has to give. And from things that you hear, tidbits of information, she's a right one, you know. So you can imagine her up there, you know, in the morning, getting a coffee and a croissant and having a good giggle, you know what I
And
mean?
I believe that that's, you know, now, of course, now that she's aged, but I believe that what you're saying is true. I mean, it's a shame that 20, 30, 40 years ago that we didn't have that opportunity. My dad, you know, saw her and her sister in World War II because the Queen Mother, you know, said, my children, if the other children in London can't leave town, my children aren't going to leave town. And, you know,
Right.
they stayed in town through the war because and what an honor, you know, I mean, what a thing that was the Queen Mother, of course. You're going to have to help me with her name, but you know, Elizabeth's mother. Anyway, but my dad saw them a couple of times when he was in England as a soldier in World War II, and so he always had great respect for Queen Elizabeth, and we often talked about his experiences over there. And someday we should do a show about that. We should get other guests on and do a show. But you know, my dad was 2 years in England during the war, supporting fighter airplanes for the United States. And then when Germany was taken, then he was in Germany for about a year, and almost got killed over there. But he was in England for 2 years as a crew chief of a plane, and it's an amazing story. So
Wow, amazing
but he
story. Well, Mike's just said there's a plan for the new Royal Yacht Britannia coming, and it was Tony Blair that took it off the Queen in 1997.
Can you imagine? It's not that's so 25 years ago we've been without a royal yacht, and I'm sorry. We spend money on a whole lot of stuff. I don't think the royal yacht cost is that much in the big
Do we need
spending.
it though? On the other side, does she need it? Why do they need to travel separately? Why can't we travel like the rest of us?
Okay, then why isn't the president of the United States flying first class on United or American?
Exactly the same. I agree. Why do they
Oh,
need
okay.
plane?
Okay.
You know, it's one of them. It's like why if those billions of pounds that could be spent on something better is being spent on that. But anyway, I love the Queen to bits. I'm not a royalist. You know, I don't agree with everything, but she does bring a lot of money into this country, and she is great at what she does. So we won't go into arguments on that. It's like friends and politics. You don't do it. You don't talk politics with friends.
I am a bit of a royalist because I like that kind of order in things. Not that a king would be you know, hey, look at me and I'm great and you got to take care of me. I think the royal family works pretty hard to, you know, they say that just having the Queen or now a king coming up, but there brings £6 billion into the English economy every year.
A lot
Just in tourism, you know, so just purely from a marketing point of view,
keep it.
You know, and I think, and go ahead.
No, I was going to say, if you've ever been to London and you've gone outside Buckingham Palace, it's just absolutely rammed with people having pictures taken, you know, and it's like they're all like, oh, I've got to get this one, I've got to get that one, you know, it's you're right, it does bring a lot of business into the country. So, but you know, everyone has their own opinions, don't they?
Oh, and I you know, I respect other points of view, and I'm always learning, and I have changed my mind over the years on some major, you know, decidable kind of issues and things. But I guess it's because, you know, if it would have been a king that was kind of snoot, matter of fact, I think her son is going to bring the aura of the monarchy down. I've just not liked the guy since way before he married Diana. I just didn't feel that he was representing and again, you can disagree. I don't know. This is just from my point of view here in Minnesota. But
how
you know,
how long is he going to last though?
Well, if he lives as long as mommy and grandma, why he can. I mean, he could be. Even if he goes in, he's older than me. He's like 73, if it happens next year, he'd be 74 and he could be there 20 years, 25 years with our medicine,
20 years? I'll be 60.
Yeah. Nah.
Wow. Jeez.
The Brit's doing some math, folks, and he didn't have to use his fingers. No, I'm just
68. I'll be 60, nearly 68.
Oh, 68. That was me 2 years ago, man.
Jeez, and you'll be 90. God, we'll be meeting up for your centenary.
Don't do that. Don't calculate that. That's too much.
Not enough fingers. Not enough fingers.
I never, and this is the God's honest truth, I never not only expected to live to be 70, I did not look for 60 or 55. I mean, I each day that I'm alive now is an incredible gift, because this was not at all in my vision and my plan. And the fact that I have made it to 70 and still can put some words together and you go to the bathroom by myself, these are big accomplishments. And I'm,
You're right.
I feel blessed.
You've done well.
Blessed beyond measure. Now I would, if I could find somebody that could put more of this up here, I would like to have more of that. But you, of course, I look terrible. But I look terrible if I have no hair. For a promotion once, I shaved. Yeah, but I should come on. I got to find those pictures. I did that one time for a promotion, and I look terrible. It is not becoming of me to not have a little something. So works for you, but not for me. I'm telling you,
John. I just go with the flow. If I didn't, when my hair grows, it's like a little coconut, so it has to come off. You know what I mean? So it's like, as I said at the beginning of the show, I dye my beard. I'll happily admit I dye it when I go on a cruise. At other times, if you see me when I do a few other shows at different times, it's grey. I look like Father Christmas, But I like my beard. It makes me. This is Martin. I don't know if you've ever been on TikTok and things like that, but there's an app on there where you can make it look as if you haven't got a beard. And it was like, it didn't look nice. It was like, I don't like that. That's not me in any shape or form. I was like, no, we're not going down that route. We're keeping the beard, keeping it. So,
hey,
whatever.
You don't know, but for 25 years, I colored my hair to a brown color from this, because it's been this white for 30 years.
Wow.
And people would ask, well, why do you do that? Because you want to look better? Because I was in radio, and in front of people and everything, then I got on the video. But I got to tell you, I did it for one reason. I did it for just one reason, and that was in the morning. When you wake up and you're kind of not quite awake, and you wander to the bathroom and then you do your business, but then you're at the sink and you look up and you kind of see your face for the first time in the morning. That's why I colored my hair, because for just a moment, when my eyes were just kind of waking up and I was looking at myself, I wasn't an old gray-haired guy. I was just like you and your beard, right? It's just like, it's just like that. That's why I did it. I didn't do it for vanity. I didn't do it to look good on pictures. I only did it because in the morning when I would finally open my eyes, I'm going, oh, well, you are a good-looking young guy, because we always fool ourselves, so
we do. What's Nikki saying? The BAFTAs are on now. Are you a movie fan, Martin? Do you know what? I do watch movies, but not a lot, and I don't remember a lot about them. I'll remember I've watched it, and I always say to people, "Why do you watch a movie again? Or a TV program again? You know what's going to happen, so what's the point in watching it again?" But there's lots of people that watch movies over and over. But yeah, I do watch movies, Nikki. Nikki's going to come back with a question now. I can see it any moment now. What's Sonny saying? William as king would bring the UK into modern times. Yeah,
I agree with you. I respect and think William is a wonderful prince, and I think he would make a great king. But we have a little mountain to climb in between. So.
Somebody's asked, what is a BAFTA? That's the British Academy of Film something or other. It's an awards
and Television Academy.
That's it. Yeah, I can't. Do you know what I'm like? And I told you, I watch a movie. That's it, done and dusted. Actually, talking of movies, I want to know whether we've been charged for watching a movie on board the ship last weekend, which we weren't told about. So I'll be asking Mr. Shane from Virgin Voyages when I see him tomorrow what that was about, because it's one of the movies that was out about 10 years ago, and you wouldn't pay £30 to watch it.
No.
You know,
What did they charge you?
No, we don't know. We've got a random charge that we don't know what it is. So we're going to wait to find out what that is. I'm sure it's either something we bought or something we've done. Could have been a drink. Well, no, it couldn't have been, because we had the bar tab, and we had to use the bar tab in the end, you know, all the way through. So he's bereft. Why have I been charged? But we'll sort it out. So, but you know, £30, and it wasn't. I'll tell you, the movie was Ted. If you remember Ted the bear, it was that one we watched in the cabin. You know, so it's one that's been out for years that we can get on Sky Movies.
Yeah, for free. So
Yeah.
how much do you think? What's the fair price that you would have paid if there was a charge to watch a movie on the ship? What's the fair price?
In pounds or dollars?
I can convert. So
well, if it was in, do you know what? Let's make it nice and easy. We'll leave your brain to rest, John. You know, I'd probably say about $8, $7.99.
okay, all right.
You know, for a newish movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
But then you have some ships where you can watch movies on the deck with popcorn and a little blanket and things like that. So you know that. Yeah, and then you watch them for free. Come round with warm popcorn and give you a drink. I need that. I need that in my life. I need that.
Okay, now what day do you get on the ship? What's your arrival day next week?
Physically get on the ship is on Friday afternoon. And then we're on Friday afternoon, Saturday, Sunday, and we disembark on Monday.
Okay, so you will have 2 days on board before we try and make contact with you next Sunday. So
yeah, I'll be in contact via Facebook or satellite.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
so send me a few pictures ahead of time, so in case we have a collision like today with Chillie, at least we can show that you and Stan. I'm assuming you're not going solo. So
no, I've got to take the hubby on this one. So my husband, as he's known, and I know you were trying to work it out last week what he was called. But yeah, husband, it's a combination of husband and Bert. He's like me, bearded guy. But yeah, we're on board. But yeah, we'll get you some things. But I think we should be okay. We should have a good signal. It seemed okay. We'll scout somewhere quieter-ish where we can hear. I'll have my microphone here, so you should be able to hear me. And then hopefully I'll be able to hear you guys. And we'll bring it all to life for you. We'll try and get a few snippets of videos of what's going on in the ship through the days, because obviously it's a mermaiding as well. So we'll try and get as much as that for you. So, and yeah, it's a hoist sailor, and off we go on the ocean waves again. A hoist sailor. So I do feel like that. I should be in the Navy.
all righty. All right. Well, we wish Chillie a wonderful time. Remember, his show will be coming to you one way or another at 11 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow, because we have arrangements so that if he can't connect like he's doing, we will get a broadcast to you each day. Friday, Martin gets on his ship, Martin and Husbear, and that's going to be wonderful. And next Sunday, we will be bringing you again a cruise show, a travel show, and hopefully I will have news that the snow has melted even just a little bit. So time to say, oh, look at that. Ahoy. Okay. And remember, do not wake Martin up after 2 o'clock, or the bear connotation turns into reality. So if it's 2 a.m. and you're having a problem on the ship, all of you 50 that are going with Martin, just stick it out till 7 o'clock. So, all right, thanks, Martin.
Guys,
we'll see everybody. Yeah, cheers. It'll be a good one.